Welcome to LUTV News Break. I'm Makira Mouton.
And I'm Tracy Ramirez. Beaumont's riverfront lost more than 50 feet of shoreline during Hurricane Harvey. The park was known to be a family-friendly place attracting boaters, fishermen, and citizens. To find out more about the latest plans for downtown Beaumont, I attended an event celebrating the beginning of a new project. A groundbreaking ceremony took place at the Riverfront Park Pavilion with city council leaders and members of the community, kicking off the long-awaited restoration project for Riverfront Park.
As you see, the river is absolutely gorgeous. It's beautiful. And since 2017, this riverfront has been closed down due to Hurricane Harvey. And so the revitalization of it means life back on the river.
City officials are aiming for downtown to be vibrant and believe Riverfront Park plays a huge role in the goal of attracting the community and tourists to downtown Beaumont.
Is how many cities in the state of Texas, matter of fact, the United States, have a natural resource running through that downtown? We are one of the few. That what makes us unique.
The city plans to restore the sidewalk throughout the park, add lighting, water fountains, benches, and a boat dock.
It's done. We're also doing a strategic plan that will plan for the entire city, not just downtown and not just riverfront. So we're looking at developing things to revitalize our city as a whole.
Beaumont city officials hope to open the park by September 2024. Tracy Ramirez, LUTV News, downtown Beaumont. LUTV News multimedia journalist Willie Carrier had the opportunity to speak with Beaumont Mayor Robin Mouton about her term in office and plans for the city. To see content from the interview, be sure to follow the LUTV News and media platforms online.
Spoken word is a beautiful form of expression for artists to convey their deepest thoughts. LUTV News reporter Kalea Coleman interviewed author, poet, and writer Dorothy Sells Clover on how she puts her pen to the paper.
How did you feel when you published your first book? Because you have three, right?
Yeah, I have three. That first one, it was like, it's nothing like it. It's nothing like it. I don't want to compare it to having a baby, but it is.
I mean, I can see that.
Yeah, you know, that's my baby. I worked on it, and when I opened up that box and saw those books, it was like, I can't explain. It was just so overwhelming. I really don't have any formal writing. I mean, I did take a class years and years ago, but I started off writing in school. I was the publisher of my high school newspaper, so I did have some kind of basis as far as my writing. But anybody that wants to write, especially poetry, you don't have an excuse. Really.
Why?
You know, because poetry, unless you want it to be structured and you want out, you know, not haikus, because haikus is kind of simple, but it's not. But just basic poetry, anybody can write. Anybody. It don't have to be rhyme. It's just you.
Feeling.
You and your feelings and what's going on at the moment. And you know, don't let anybody tell you, oh, that's whack. Don't let nobody tell you that you right. You know, get your journal, and if you see something that just gives you an idea, write it down.
I don't believe, I can't conceive, I must relieve myself of this lying man. Look, there goes a flying pig.
If you are eager to hear more poetry, search LUTV News and Media online on YouTube for more spoken word from Dorothy Sells Clover.
In campus news, teaching is an extraordinary profession that requires extraordinary passion. LUTV News anchor Stephanie Adeniji had the opportunity to talk to O'Brien Stanley, a professor here at Lamar University, about his love for the job.
Professor O'Brien Stanley was inspired by a former educator of his to go into the profession.
He made you think about diversity, inclusion, feminism, movies, film history, and I just love the whole thing.
Being an educator is a lot more than just teaching. It's about inspiring and making an impact in the lives of those you teach.
Once I immerse myself into that material, it's hard not to be enthusiastic. You just want to carry that information to students, and then next thing you know, they're giving you good eye contact, and they're learning, they're thinking, they're going, wow, and then it makes me do even more, and so it's easy to get that enthusiasm going.
Having a love for what you do is important when choosing a career.
Follow your passion so that work, no matter what you go into, that work does not feel like work. It feels like something you're enjoying doing. Definitely make sure that you enjoy talking with people, working with people, helping people, communicating with young people. You can't beat it. But if it's not you, then maybe it's not for you.
Stephanie Adeniji, LUTV News, Lamar University.
Jeremy Halla is a Lamar University professor who teaches his students how to record, edit, and create their own films. LUTV News anchor Taylor Justice had the opportunity to speak with him about an upcoming showcase opportunity for students, and he prepares them to show their work to the community.
Why is it important to showcase these students' films to the community?
Well, I think that the city of Beaumont needs to see that there are, the next generation of filmmakers that are, stepping up right here in Southeast Texas. When I grew up back in the 80s, I lived here and in Fort Worth. There was no film industry in Beaumont. There was no production. There was news, but nothing even slightly in the manner of narrative film production. And Beaumont is a great place. It's always been very film friendly. In fact, we're in the process of becoming a film friendly city designated by the Film Commission of the state of Texas. So more eyes will be turning on this community as possible places to shoot, as locations. And I want to prepare this generation of students, those who choose to stay in this area. I want to prepare them that so they can be an asset and find, the gainful employment in a career that they have chosen, that they can be able to do it right here in Beaumont. So I think it's very important that the city gets to see what's happening. They can take this program and really equate it with some of the other, crafts in this city that have been well supported, within the creative community. I think we're well known for music and fine art and talented broadcasters, but I want to see young filmmakers included to a greater degree in that.
The Lamar University Student Film Showcase will be taking place on April 28th at the Richard Price Auditorium in the John and Mary Gray Center on the campus of Lamar University. The doors will open at 5 p.m., followed by a reception, and the show will begin at 5:30 p.m. To see the full interview, visit LUTV Online Media Channel on YouTube.
Akira, I'm confused. It's cool mornings and hot days, then around 2 p.m. we get an afternoon shower or thunderstorm. Sometimes hail.
Southeast Texas weather is doing the most. We always know LUTV weather anchor Tommy Byers is doing the most to make sure we can plan accordingly for the next few days. Tommy?
Thanks, Akira and Tracy. It looks like there is a cold front and some thunderstorms in this forecast. Let's take a look. On Wednesday, partly cloudy skies will fill our skies with a high of 81 and a low of 69. Those partly cloudy skies will bring us into Thursday with a high of 82 and a low of 66, with a cold front coming in that afternoon around 7:30, which will bring a storm from the northwest down to southeast Texas, where we'll see thunderstorms on Friday. But don't worry, they're in the morning with a high of 77 and a low of 55. The sun will come out on Saturday with a high of 76, which means all of those rain chances will be out of our forecast. With a low of 56 and partly cloudy skies on Sunday, with a low of 66 on Monday. But those rain chances return on Tuesday with a high of 77 and a low of 70. It looks like it's a typical forecast for May in Southeast Texas, with partly cloudy skies on both Wednesday and Thursday with a high of 81 and a low of 66. Thunderstorm chances on Thursday with a high of 77 and a low of 53 on Saturday. On Sunday, we'll see a low of 56 with partly cloudy skies, bringing us into Monday, and rain chances on Tuesday with a low of 70. Those Mayflowers are going to be bright and shiny with all of this rain that we have in April. Tracy and Akira, what are your plans for this weekend?
On Saturday, I have to work, but on Sunday, I'm off, so I'm going to relax and then catch up on some schoolwork. What about you?
I will be spending a lot of time with my family and catching up on sleep.
And speaking of family, didn't your son have a game?
He did have a game. It got canceled by the rain, but it's rescheduled and we're expected to win.
And hopefully, if there is some rain chances on Saturday, you get indoors before those start.
Yes.
And, graduation's coming up and we have to study and we have all those finals coming up. But luckily, we have West Hardin here today. Some of their seniors are here. Let's congratulate them.
So thank you for coming, West Hardin, and thank you for watching LUTV News Break. To see more content from LUTV News, follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook.
Be sure to join us next time for LUTV News, where your campus, community, and culture news come together.